What's going on? Thank you guys for joining me. Nicks and Bruises. I got the Podfather Sim in the building, and I got DJ Shuttle in the building. Yo, Black, it's time. Let's get it going. Um, I want to start off with who's under the most pressure to get this deal done. Because I think as time goes on, I think there's more pressure on the Jazz to get the deal done than the Knicks. I'm gonna give a couple of reasons why. You guys could maybe comment on my reasons if you disagree, and then go ahead and answer who you guys think is under the most pressure. But I
Hey,
think it's
Tone,
yes, sir.
Tone, sorry to interrupt you, but before we even get started, maybe this is a good idea to do a poll, Jazz or Knicks, for the chat.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I gotta do that in the community section, sir.
Yeah, you got to go into YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna
Go.
work on that, and we're gonna get the poll going in
Okay.
1 second. But yeah, Jazz. I think they're under the most pressure. Couple of reasons why. New head coach, right? Rookie head coach, young head coach, like no experience. If you're gonna bring a young guy in, I mean, this is very similar to Silas in Houston, right? And Silas, I believe, had coaching experience. You know, sat by his dad, like he knew the game, he knew the nuances of coaching. He had some experience. But even for him, it was a bad situation to bring him in. You think you're coming into one situation, and then dominoes just start falling,
Hmm.
right? So you bring him in. If Donovan's still there, you have the potential of them not being on the same page. You have the potential of now Donovan is a good character guy, so I don't think he'll jump out of character. But you have a definitely a chance of them bumping heads, not having the same philosophy. Um, you he's coming from losing a coach that I believe was the only coach he had in his NBA career. You know what I mean? He had this trust level. He's gonna have to figure that out wherever he goes. But again, you talking about him having to put his trust, his belief in a rookie head coach. So that's the number one reason why I think the Jazz need to get it done. As the reports came out, they want to get a deal done before training camp. I believe that to be 100% true. I don't think that was something that was leaked on the Knicks side, or I think this is real intel because it only makes sense. Uh, Another reason why, let's say there is no chemistry issues between the coach and Donovan Mitchell. Let's say they are on the same page. Where are the Jazz going? The Jazz spent the whole time since the initial trade with Gobert. Initially, it was we're not moving Mitchell. Then it was we're open to listening to this discussions about moving Mitchell. But the whole time they haven't made any moves to improve the team. They haven't made any moves to say, hey, if we keep in Mitchell, we're moving in a direction of building around him, trying to win now. You know what I mean? Anything other than the only thing it looks like they're doing is trying to rebuild completely. Tank for the the French kid. It you know what I mean? So I don't even see a avenue where if he stays that it works to their benefit, whether it's winning, because if they're trying to win, they're not going to win but so many games. Whether it's losing, because if they're trying to lose, you have to sit Mitchell in order to lose the games that you need to lose. You know what I mean? To be in this sweepstake for this rookie or whatever rookie they're chasing. So that's my reasons for the Jazz. Here's my reasons why the Knicks, I feel like, aren't under as much pressure as perception may say. Now, granted, a lot of us, myself included, Sim included, Shuttle included, we all want Donovan Mitchell here, right? We feel like we need a star, and we do. But let's just imagine, hypothetically, nothing. The Jazz didn't make any move. They never got rid of Gobert. We never heard about them open to trading for Donovan Mitchell or trading Donovan Mitchell. What would have been our content this past month? It really would have been about Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
It really would have been about we finally got our point guard. It really would have been about what can this team be with this new addition. Let's say it came out that Mitchell didn't want to come here. What would we have been talking about? Well, Brunson kind of gave it to Mitchell in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He kind of you know what I mean, put a spotlight on him and made us question whether, you know what I mean, is he the guy, etc. etc. So for me, I'm not saying I don't want Mitchell because I do. But if this front office decides I'm not giving up this, that, and that for him, I'm okay. Because I was okay before the rumor came out. You know what I mean? I was happy with where we were with the addition of a point guard and hopeful of what he could bring to this team. So part of this is internal, you know what I mean? And maybe the Knicks aren't thinking this way. Maybe they are pressured to make a move. But if you're asking me, I think all the pressure's on Utah because we made upgrades. We got better. We moved in the direction that we needed to move. We're continually trying to get better and get in a better direction. But the work's not done. And it's not reliant on any one guy. So that's my argument for who's under the most pressure. What say you guys?
You want to jump in there, Shorty? You want me to take it?
I'll jump in. You know, in theory, everything you said is dead right. It's spot on. However, you know, there's more pressure on the Knicks fans to accept the deal if Mitchell doesn't happen. There's more pressure as a fan to just say, "Oh man, we blew it again," and just live with it and just move on. It's a whole different thing when you, like you said, it's like if we never knew about the opportunity, if it was never on the table, you feel me? Like we're good. But now that she done showed you a little leg, now she gonna pull it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much pressure as a fan for us to deal with it like that. You feel what I'm saying? There's too much pressure for the fans to just have to accept that because, yo, the fans have been clamoring for a star since Melo's been gone for 5 years now. Melo's gone 5 years. We haven't had a star in 5 years. The team's basically been crap for 4 of the 5 years. We had a lucky pandemic playoff season where we overachieved. Let's call it what it is. So, yeah, you know what? In theory, you're right. And I agree with you. But at the same time, I disagree with you too. The pressure is also on the Knicks. You have to make a move. You gotta make a move. You gotta do something because um you can't be this close. You can't tease the fan base. You can't have them looking for something to happen and don't deliver. So the pressure, I gotta say, is pretty high in New York City. And that's all I'm gonna say for right now.
Pandora's box was definitely open. I will agree with you there.
All right. I mean, I agree with you, Shuttle. Without a doubt, I agree with you. I think the pressure is definitely on the Knicks too. And the reason why is because I feel like they've been angling for Donovan Mitchell.
For like 2 years.
Yeah,
For like
exactly.
2 years. This
I
has been a
feel like
long
they've been
play.
angling for Donovan Mitchell. They've been making moves for this very moment. You know what I'm saying? And now it's here. I feel like you got to get it done. I feel like you got to get. Listen, the Jazz, they've been in the playoffs the last 5 years, like legitimately in the playoffs. You hear like Shuttle said, they got it in in a pandemic year. They made it into the playoffs and stuff like that. And that's what everybody's thinking. Okay, they did it one year, right? The Jazz been in the playoffs for a while, and
Yeah.
definitely,
They can have a bad season or two.
yeah, and there's definitely more pressure from the Knicks fan base to be a good team and get in the playoffs than it is from the Utah Jazz fan base. Like the Utah Jazz fan base, they can trot out 5 poodles on the court, and they're probably going to be out there, you know, cheering for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying? I
ain't
mean,
got nothing.
the,
He ain't got
the
nothing to do.
Knicks
Ain't
fan
nothing to
base
do.
got to be at the Garden, right? But you take and put 5 poodles on the court, and they're going to be supporting them. They're not going to criticize those poodles. They're going to be like, okay, let's see what happens with let's see what other moves we going to make. You know
Ain't
what I
nothing
mean?
else to do in Utah.
But I do think there's pressure on Utah, although I think there's pressure on Utah to get it done before the season starts. Right? I think they do want to get it done. I think it is hard right now for them to bring back Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let's get this done before the season starts. I also feel like they know right now what their best package is. They know what the Knicks' best package is. And somewhere inside, they probably settled in on, okay, we could probably do that. Now let's see if we can go get more. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if I'm about to buy a new TV and I look and I'm like, oh, that one costs 1,500. I'm willing to pay that. I'm cool with that. Now let me go see if I can find some coupons, see what I can do to get that 1,500 down to 1,200. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with paying the 1,500.
Here's what I say, sir. You know what you could do to get that price to go down? Wait 6 months.
Maybe I could. I could.
I mean, I mean, the price is gonna go down. You know, when the TV first come out, it's 1,500.
Right. I could. I could wait.
Everybody's like, "Oh, I gotta go get that new TV."
Right.
Wait
Could.
6 months. Guess
Right.
what? 30% off.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I could. I could wait 6 months, but I might want it now. But that's what I'm saying. Like they might be cool with paying 1,500, but they're like, well, let's see if I can get it down to the price we want now, or get it up to the price we want now. You know what I'm saying? So we can make this move before the summer starts. I think the Utah Jazz will settle in on what the Knicks are offering because I still think that the Knicks' best offer is better than everybody else's. Danny Ainge is trying to get everybody else to have an offer as good as the Knicks to make the Knicks have to drive up their price. That's what I think Danny Ainge is trying to do. I think he knows, he sees what the Knicks' best off or what the Knicks, I don't want to say the Knicks' best offer, but what the Knicks are willing to offer. He sees what the Knicks are willing to offer and knows that everybody else's best offer is not better than the Knicks. So he's trying to get those other teams to have their best offer be as good as what the Knicks' worst offer is so they can drive it up. So then the Knicks say, okay, now we got to add this in there. You know what I'm saying? And Leon Rose is kind of sitting back like, go ahead, go find one. Let me know if it's out there.
So unfortunately, I can't get the poll up while I'm live. I can only do my polls like in between. So I'm gonna just ask the chat. Just tell me your opinions. Say Knicks if you think the Knicks are under more pressure. Say Utah if you think Utah is under more pressure. And then I'll try to tally them up a little bit and get a little bit of an accurate vote. It won't be 100%. Only put it in one time. Utah, if you think Utah's under most pressure, the Knicks, if you think the Knicks are under the most pressure. And yeah, I mean, I think, and that's what I think it is, though. I think you hit the nail on the head, Shuttle. I think it's the Knicks fans that are are under that pressure. You know, the Knicks fans. We want it done. You know what I mean? I don't know if the front office. Not saying they don't want it done. I think they are okay. I think they're okay with putting a line in the sand and saying we're not going past this. And you know, we talked about it on nothing but Knicks. Me personally, I'm okay with that. Let's see what we got here.
Every day that this goes on, um, the less I'm willing to want to part with. So you know, I know I'm in the minority though. I know I'm in the minority because you know you don't hoard all these draft picks for nothing. And if you look back in the history of the NBA, a guy that's been in the league 5 years at only 25 years old has made three All-Star teams and looks like he still has more potential to reach. And you can add into a team with an emerging point guard, a 22-year-old, wing player that's still growing, and a power forward that's to be determined, and a young center that's great on defense. Like everything is aligned for the Knicks to make this move right now, which is why I think there's going to be the pressure is from the fans to get it done because it's like, nah, no more excuses now. We lined up, bust a move.
Before we talk about potential three-team trade and what it might look like, who may be going where, are you okay? So you are not okay with them stepping away if the asking price is too much?
Well, it's similar to agreeing and disagreeing with you. Yes and no. No, because we need the star power here. But yes, I'm okay with walking away because right now you're betting against yourselves. So right now, like as of right now, no, you don't got to do the deal. Like we should be taking this all the way to training camp. There's no team that can beat the Knicks offer. I mean, you probably need like a 14 trade to get the level of compensation that the Knicks could probably give on their own to make the Jazz happy. So, you're not going to get 3, 4 unprotected picks from any one other team. It's going to take a combination of two, maybe three teams to make a deal like that happen. So, the more teams you include, the less likely it is to happen. So, you got to just have confidence, I think, if you're the Knicks, that you have the best deal by far available on the table. Be patient, play the poker game, and until we get to the week before training camp, I mean, whatever. I don't even need to call you to find out what's going on. Because guess what? You better believe if the Jazz get an offer, they're going to be calling Leon Rose. Hey, we got a deal from Tony Crow at so and so team. What you want to do now? You want to beat this offer or not? That call is going to happen. So I don't feel pressured to get a deal done quick. You just got to be patient and be ready, and just validate any deal that's allegedly on the table.
Sim, let me ask you this: is there a deal that the Knicks could do where you say, "Oh man, I wanted Mitchell, but we gave up too much"?
Probably. I mean, probably there's a deal that they could do where I would think they gave up too much. You know what I mean? Because you get to a certain point where now you're just at negative returns. You know what I'm saying? Like you give up so much that even bringing in Donovan Mitchell, you're not going to get better, or it's going to be hard to get better, right? There does come that point, know what I'm saying? Where now you just become stuck, right? You become stuck, and you can't grow your team. So yeah, there would be a point. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? But there would be a point where, or could be a point where you say, "Nah, that's just too much. That's just too much for one player, and we're not going to be able to get better." You know what I mean? And what's the point in having a player if you're just going to be stuck at in the playing for the entire time that you have this player? You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to make an intelligent move that allows you to build later on. You know, and it's hard. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like there's inflation going on in the NBA too. You know what I'm saying? There's inflation. So, what it takes to get a player, is a lot more. It, it feels like to me, though, that draft picks, because a lot of people are complaining about the draft picks and how many draft picks the Utah Jazz would have. But I'm feeling like draft picks ain't worth as much as they were in the past because teams know that they can find value. They know that there's other ways to find value now. Like if you go to the 80s and 90s, it was all about those draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Like those draft picks were so valuable because they, I don't know, like there wasn't so many venues, so many platforms to get to the league as there is today. You know what I'm saying? So if you weren't in the draft, it was harder to find these players that could, that were hiding in the bushes somewhere. Today, it's different. I'm saying we're seeing more and more top 10 draft picks that don't really pan out. And then guys in the 20s pan out. Guys in the second round become stars. Guys come out the G League and are killing it. Guys come from overseas and are killing it. Right. So I feel like the talent pool is wider now.
Excuse me.
And because the talent pool is wider, only so many players are going to be in the first rounds. Only so many players are going to be in the top 10. So there's a wider pool to be able to grab players. So I think it lessens the value of those draft picks, which means you got to put more draft picks in to make a trade work. You know what I mean? And, so people like get panicky about, oh my God, you know, they want 4 unprotected picks and this, that, and the third. Uh, I just think that there's so many other ways that people are finding players nowadays, and not always in that top 10, not always in the first round. Um, so I think those draft picks are worth less today than they were years ago, which means that it sounds crazy right now, but
You gotta give up more.
you got to give up more to kind of reach that same value. You know what I mean? Um, but you still got
And
to be able
again,
to build your team.
and
And those
again, I
draft picks are not just my fault, Tony. They're not just for drafting; they're also for trading. And I think that's what scares people too, because if you put yourself in a situation where you can't trade your draft picks, then how do you build?
then your players are your only asset, and then I mean, you're relying on who they become and how
Right.
valuable they become. But
And, and when you have
even with the draft pick, it's a crapshoot no matter what, like, as you were saying.
and when you have a roster that's going to be so top heavy with salary, as we've seen in the past, you got Brunson's 100 million, you got Randall's 100 million, you got, if RJ is not included in the deal, you got RJ's 100+ million. So you got a lot of money being spent. You're not going to be in a position to add free agents to really fill up your roster. So you would typically be bringing in young players, you know, first round picks, maybe even early second round picks if you want a different place to fill up that roster. But thinking optimistically, this team is drafting in the 20s and you traded those picks. You only get picks every other year. That's not going to really be, leaving the position to really, fill out your roster the way you want to.
And at what point down the line do you get to start trading picks? So, because they can only trade up until a certain point. or is there a cap on the amount of picks you can give?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know it's every other year, but I don't know if there's a cap on how many you can give.
And I don't believe there is. Um, just
There
nobody.
is.
There is
I believe it's four picks
unprotected
every other year for a
up to
capacity
four,
up to 4 years
up to eight
or four
years, basically
times 8 years.
8 years. I got you. Okay. Hmm. I mean, I'm not opposed to 4-3-2. So don't let me not make it seem like I don't want to give up. Oh, I don't want to give up this or that for Donovan Mitchell. I'm just saying, if they believe, I trust the front office. So if they believe three is their cap, and they starting at two and trying to hold pat, but knowing, hey, we'll give up three, but I'm cool with that. If they feel like I don't want to give up four, I'm not doing it. That's too much. I trust their judgment. I feel like another move can be made. The problem is, or the question always becomes, who is it? When is it? But that's never going to be known. And I go back to what I said earlier. You know, I could use my imagination. I know it's not even my imagination. I know how I felt when the Brunson deal was made. I was happy with the direction of the team. So
Yeah.
I can't sit here and act like at that point I was saying, "Oh, we got to pull off a move. We got to do something else." No, I was looking forward to seeing what we were going to be with the addition of Brunson. So, you know, that's just where I'm at with it. But let's break down some of these ideas, I guess, on what a three team trade would look like.
So you want to
Um,
bring this fan spo up?
yeah, yeah, please.
And let's see what we can do here. I'll bring it up, and we can try to work through that. See if we can come up with something good that makes sense.
Let's see what we pull it up
So
here too.
what's the chat looking like, Tone? I wasn't looking in the chat. What's the chat looking like? Knicks or Jazz more pressure?
I seen a lot of Jazz. I ain't gonna lie. I
Okay.
only saw one Nick, and then we
Okay,
kind
I
of
see
moved
Utah.
on.
I see Utah. One for Knicks, Utah, Knicks. Okay. So it looks like Utah is in the lead by far, actually.
Okay.
Understandably so. You would want the pressure to be on Utah. So the deal is better for the Knicks. You
That
know,
is true too.
you would want
That,
the pressure to be on them. Y'all
Right.
know how I feel about Danny Ainge.
okay, I got it up nice and big too. Pause
All right.
so I
There
can
we
see
go.
it.
Man,
So we got,
I wouldn't trust Ainge with his own shadow.
All right.
all right. So
Ainge might include his own kid in the deal if it works for him.
let me see if I can get this thing that says stop sharing off the screen, so you don't have to see that. So let's go to, let me do this one.
Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen, this is live, not Memorex.
here we go. All right. All
So I
right. So
guess
what we looking at?
automatically we should start with Westbrook, right? We all are consensus saying that Westbrook would be going to Utah.
So Westbrook is going to the Jazz. That's $47 million to the Jazz right there.
Love it. As long as he ain't coming here.
And I should have said automatically Donovan Mitchell's coming here.
Automatic. Okay, yeah.
That's where we
Automatically,
should have
Donovan
started.
Mitchell to the Knicks. Right? Automatically, Donovan Mitchell is to the Knicks. So then the Knicks got 30 million plus coming in. The Utah Jazz got 30 million, 47 million going to Utah. They sent out 30 already.
So 17
They got to send out
difference.
17. The Knicks got to
Let
send out 30.
let's do Bogdanovich to the Lakers.
Bogdanovich to the Lakers. Bomb. Bogdanovich to the Lakers. So now they've sent out 49.9 and they got 47 incoming. That
So
could work.
so Utah's good.
Utah's good. We
Utah
figure
would be
out the
good.
picks later. The
Utah
Knicks
would
need
be
to send out
The Knicks need to
Fournier.
send out at least 30.
Or 25, isn't it?
I mean, so right excuse me, sorry about that. So right now, I mean, when you look at it, the Lakers got to take back. They need about 38. They need about 28 more incoming. The Knicks got to get rid of 30.
Well, that works. So Utah doesn't have to get any more players.
So
And
we
send
do.
everybody to the Lakers.
So trade, you could trade Fournier to the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's got to go to the Lakers.
Right. And then there's another, what, 12 million you got to do?
I mean, I don't want to do Cam, but go ahead. Everybody's throwing Cam in every trade.
All right.
I know. I know.
Cam.
Shutter want to keep Grimes, even though I think he might still have to end up going to Utah. But we'll get there.
All right. So that's Lakers outgoing 47, incoming 43. The Knicks outgoing 23.9, incoming 30.3.
So we need another 7 million.
We need to send out another 7 to make that match. Right. Obi's at 5.3. Quickly's at 2.3. Grimes is at 2.2. It's one of the reasons why Obi's name comes up a lot because he's at 5.3 million. You know, these guys at 2.2. If you're talking about Quickly and Grimes,
That's still
because of
not
the
enough.
salary, yeah, you might be having to add 2 of them dudes.
Mm-mm.
Right. So if you send Obi somewhere,
Obi's probably gonna have to go to the Jazz,
yep, Obi's got to go to the
Really?
Jazz because
which
Really? Why?
they're gonna need
because
some young
they're
players.
gonna want young guys.
Oh, they got Westbrook.
No,
Come on.
they're gonna want a guard though. They're not gonna want Obi. They just got a power forward in the deal with Gobert.
And they signed that dude from Italy too, right? Was that the Jazz?
I mean, they also got Taylor and Horton Tucker. So they
Yeah,
just got to
he's a
go.
guard. Hmm.
I mean, looking at who they have right now,
Well, let's assume they want at least one young player.
they're gonna
I don't care who we decide on. I think at this point
well let's
we letting go a young guy.
let's do Obi just for the we can do another one afterwards. Let's do Obi just to make the money match.
Okay,
Well, as close as we can, right? So that's to the Jazz.
but now their intake is all right. I
It's-
think
it-
they'll be
it-
fine. It's
not
not
the in-
much more.
right, the incoming is 52.4.
Do the
Yeah,
and
that's why I was saying that it needed to go to the Lakers.
I mean, the Lakers
the
can get.
Lakers can save money though, right? They just can't go over. Or
I mean,
does it have to
that
be exactly?
47 million is probably close. They send out 47. They send out 47 to bring back 43. I think that's probably close.
And
And
then we're gonna just say two firsts from both of us
and
to
then,
the Lakers.
and then if you look at this,
That's close enough.
the Knicks have 30 million. They not doing that. And the reason why I say that, w- excuse me, I don't think that. I mean, I guess they don't. Maybe they don't care. But is Utah and the Lakers going to look and say, "Oh, you guys are going to save a million while we're spending more"?
I mean, who wants to who has a shorter contract that they would want to move at this point.
Yeah, I know. That's
Beasley's 15 million, Clarkson's 13 million. Who else they got down there? They not moving. Maybe Rudy Gay,
Rudy Gay.
a veteran, a older guy that they don't want. So we'll take on Rudy Gay. We need a backup four at this point, right?
So
Small
we
forward,
taking on
really.
Rudy Gay.
He's a small forward.
I
Now you got to
mean,
back up. You got to back up for RJ.
I mean, you basically
true.
replacing
Cam.
Cam Reddish with an older Cam Reddish with Rudy Gay.
All right, let's go ahead and slide him to New York.
Okay, he's to the Knicks. Now the Knicks
Now,
are bringing in 36.5 with 29.3
is
out.
that close enough
Nah,
to the window or no?
no.
I mean, because there's a $4 million difference for the Jazz. There's a $4 million difference for the Lakers.
No, they got it. Yeah, they probably have to send out something somewhere. Mm. They would probably have to send out. I guess at this point you're starting to get to the end of the bench guys. Unless I mean, I don't think they're sending out two of the like Quicklies and Grimes and Obies, right?
If you if you're
I
getting
don't think
if you're getting
But
this down to two unprotected only, yeah, you're including those guys.
right, right. That's true. That's true.
What
so.
we
Who we
talking?
moving?
What we talking about here, Sim?
I
If you
think it got to be Grimes, right? That's who they covered.
so then Grimes to the Jazz.
Allegedly. You know my boy Grimes. I ain't trying to let him go. You know, and we if you're already giving up Fournier, you can't get rid of Grimes. I'm back to the same thing I was talking about like 4 weeks ago.
Oh
You
no,
can't you can't take Spider and lose Fournier and Grimes. You can't do that. You gotta have one shooter's gotta you gotta have your shooter off the bench if it's not in the starting lineup. Yo, they
Listen,
got this.
I got the same argument, but my argument is defensive. Like you can't give up Grimes and Cam.
Yo, and you got Grimes defense. This is why respectfully,
so then you're giving up quickly and Obi
yeah,
to Utah.
which is what I've been saying from the beginning. IQ is who you give up without an issue. Not because he's not good, not because he doesn't have potential, but because you just brought in Brunson, who you expect to be a near all-star caliber point guard. How much are you expecting quickly to really play?
So okay, so bring him back over here and put
Sorry,
quickly over.
quickly. Sorry, IQ and IQ fans.
Put IQ
Let
over.
me just go on record and say I am not a I do not believe in that move, but I'm going along with it.
But if this is getting us down to no more than three unprotected, maybe two unprotected,
So
Yeah, I'm not arguing against it.
when
I'm
you're
just
looking at
saying
this, the
it's
Knicks
not
have
my
brought
preference.
back.
don't be backsliding on me, Tone.
The Knicks have
Yo, Sim,
brought in.
You see Tone backsliding, right? He
Listen,
with the he with the
I'm gonna
deal,
have
but
to
he putting disclaimers out.
I'm gonna have to maneuver to try to get Cam back over here. Then if you if you hold it up.
I mean, if you're looking at this, the Knicks are bringing in Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gay, gave it up quickly in OBC. Well, I mean, you still got Donovan Mitchell. Rudy Gay's a little bit older. So your starting five is who? Donovan Mitchell, Jay
Brunson,
Johnson,
RJ,
RJ
Randall,
Randall,
Mitchell,
Mitch, right? So that's the starting five. And then on the bench is
D Rose,
D Rose,
Danny
Grimes,
Grimes, Rudy Gay.
Grimes,
That's not a bad second unit at all.
Hartenstein, and then who's at the four? So you playing Jericho Sims at the center and Hartenstein at the four, maybe? Because he can
Yeah,
play some four.
well, you put both.
that's not a bad second unit at all. I ain't gonna lie. Now we've seen. I'm not saying Grimes fits better because we've seen more of quickly with Rose than Grimes with Rose, but that's not a bad second unit. Let's hit let's hit the button, see if it goes through.
Well, we didn't do any picks yet.
Oh, I mean the picks aren't gonna determine whether the trade is successful or not. I don't believe, but you can add them in.
Yeah, so the Knicks total cap here is now 145.3. This takes the Lakers cap down to 162.9. So if you're doing picks, now what we doing with the picks?
No, but
23, 25, 27, 29 from the Lakers. All
Okay.
going to
So you're going 23 to the Jazz and
25.
25 to the Jazz. The Knicks 25 to the Jazz. Okay.
Lakers 27 and 29.
Lakers 27 and 29. They still got some picks though, I guess. Lakers.
They gotta convert. I think they like
So they got 2023. The Pelicans, they hold the right to swap that. They got they got two second rounders in 2023. They don't have the 2024 pick, so they might not be able to trade. Oh, we did 27 and 29, right? Because
yeah.
they can't trade one in 25. They got the 2026 round one pick. All right, so they can do 27 and they can do 29. So that's 4 unprotected first round picks that Utah has in this deal. And then we're also going to send some picks to the LA.
Yeah, we're gonna do the protected 27.
Protected 27.
I think we have.
All right, because we're trying to fill in. But we don't have an extra protected. That would be ours.
Oh,
That would be ours. Right. But what
yeah,
about
one of those
one
protected
of these
ones?
protected 24 picks? Like you have, because they don't have a pick they don't have a first round pick in 24. Oh, all of our 23, 2023 from Dallas, 2023 from Washington, and 2023 from Detroit.
why are we sending them a first round pick?
As incentive base for helping us get the deal done. They're losing their protected picks. They'll get a unprotected.
And
I
they
mean,
getting rid of
they're
that. They
they're
getting
lo-
rid of that awful contract.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
but
heard you heard Sim's argument earlier. I
they,
mean, it's kind of valid as just letting them walk, letting them expire. If you know what I mean.
All right, well, y'all can get a couple of second round picks.
I mean, that's fair too. That's fair too. We got enough of them.
I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to give up like some of these
Maybe
picks that
maybe
may not
maybe maybe the 23 Washington pick
or the 23 Washington or the
Or
23
the
Detroit.
or the
yeah.
23 Dallas pick.
That one has a good chance of conveying though. You know what I'm saying? So we'd be
Conveyance to
Or
what?
we could just send them our pick and protect it.
right. We could send them that pick and protect it, but if it doesn't come through, then we don't have a 2027 pick,
I mean, that's true.
right? But we could send them that pick and we protect it. What, top 10?
Yeah, we'll do that.
See, I would be trying to send them a pick that is,
Doubled.
well, a pick that is, one of these picks from another team. That's
I
what
agree. I
What?
agree. I
And
mean,
that was my whole thing. Take
but what?
Washington pick, take Dallas pick.
All right, let's do Washington. Let's do Washington.
right?
We,
Or if I'm gonna send them a 2027 pick, that's it. It'll be top 10 protected, and I ain't sending them no more picks.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Now
no,
we
for
don't have a
sure.
2027, so now I'm not sending them no more picks. They just gave up that 29, and You know, there's that.
And
I'm
we took back more than we gave up as
exactly
far as
five mil more.
Yeah, we
yeah. Go back down to the young guys over there. let's, let's see if we can
I mean,
finagle another.
we could afford to send something to either
Yeah,
team,
like McBride,
right? We could afford to send something to either team.
McBride
If we send out
Or Luca, McBride or Luca.
2, 3, 5, 6,
Yeah, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings in the chat.
11, 12, 13, 4. We only got
Hey,
14 players at this.
salute to the chat. But when you got to do a deal, somebody's got to go. That's how it
Well,
works.
let's see if it works the way it is, and then
All right, let's see if it works. Where's the button? Oh, try to trade right here. See what's going on.
salute to International Andy.
It works.
It works.
It works. So
It
the
got
Knicks
us at
lose.
less one less win. The Lakers with two more wins, and the Jazz with one less win. Mm.
One less win. Oh, because of Russell Westbrook. Because they assume that Russell Westbrook plays, right?
But what about us? Why are we getting one less win?
I don't know. Because we ain't, I don't know. Because we gave up Fournier, Cam Reddish,
Obi
Manuel
Toppin,
quickly,
man,
Obi
you quickly.
Toppin.
And not for nothing, that's a haul.
That's a big
That's
hole.
that's a haul. Like if we would have just did that directly for Donovan Mitchell, I felt like that would have been a lot.
That's a hole.
So let me ask you, you guys okay with this?
I don't want to give the Lakers that first round pick, even protected. They could get like 2 second round picks,
Okay.
but um, you got to be like you look at the players in the deal. Cam Reddish. I mean, you got to just let him go. He hasn't done enough for me to feel like I need to keep him. He's a backup to RJ anyway. Evan Fournier, obviously, he's got to go because Mitchell's in the deal. He's being replaced. Fine. You got to know the management is behind Julius Randle, despite what the fans think about the spin move master. The management team and the coach is behind Randle. So how much time is Obi really going to get? If anybody thinks that they could play in the same lineup at the 3 and the 4, put RG at the 2, yeah, bad idea. So, and quickly, he's just somebody that has to be a throw in with the numbers. You got to throw in quickly, or you got to throw in Grimes. You got to keep Grimes better defense, smarter player, and to me, over his career, he's going to be a better shooter from 3 point range. So you got to give up one of the two of them just to make the numbers work. So, you know, if I could get this down to 2 first round picks, yeah.
I mean, it's down to 3 that we actually gave away.
Right.
And one
Yeah,
of them,
he want to take that Lakers one back and make it 2 seconds.
And you talking
Which
about
I think still works. I think the Lakers at that point, I mean, come on, they're getting I mean, I'm not gonna say a defender in Cam, but if Cam pans out, they might win this trade.
I mean,
Matter of fact,
I mean,
this trade is
If Cam pans out just to be a rotation guy, I think they win.
I feel
this
like they almost win regardless. The reason why I say that is because they're not
West.
having any use for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you look at replacing Westbrook with Evan Fournier in the starting lineup with a guy like LeBron who can find, he's proven over his career, he finds open shooters. I mean, you think Fournier was shooting lights out last year? He might shoot 45% with LeBron passing the ball wide open all game.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
the Lakers
And
are literally getting all the shooters.
yeah, we gotta take that. We gotta take that first round pick back, and I'm inclined to maneuver for Cam back over here. Like theoretically, I feel like if we move Cam anywhere, we're essentially trading Cam and a first round pick because we gave a first round pick to get him. So you know what I mean? I know people don't like to hear that, but that's the way I look at it. It's like, then it becomes one of those check marks that I gave to the front office. It
Look,
has to come down. You know
let's
what I
calm
mean?
down.
Because like now, granted, they took the risk. That was a risk, one of those risks that I was talking
I
about.
mean,
But
I mean, the only thing is, then you look at it. I mean, it helps you to bring in Donovan Mitchell.
that's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. But
I
also, I'm looking at it as in like if somehow Cam was included in the trade for
Be- be-
Mitchell,
be-
that's Cam and a pick. You know what I mean?
right, but
Like
that pick had mad protections. I think
that's true. That's
that
true.
I don't even think was going to convey. Like, I think it was protected like top 50 or something crazy.
Oh shoot. Oh, shoot. Well, no, it can't be 50 if it's a first.
It had some kind of wild protections on it.
It might have been protected like for mad consecutive years, I think. But
Uh,
you want to do one more before we get out of here,
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
y'all
Let's-
good with this one?
Nah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm a little funny. I'm a little funny with it.
I'm mad they said one less win. Like that's the part that took me
I
for a
think I
loop.
think I think any I think they're all going to be like that for us.
Mm.
For whatever reason. I don't know why.
It'd be nice if they could do a projected win total with the roster, the current roster, because this is one less win from last year. I don't know if they're factoring in Jalen Brunson at all.
Right. Right. All right. Let's take it back.
And Cam has a team option. I think I read.
Cam? Well, I
Yeah.
think he has a
playoff,
qualifying
playoff.
offer. Yeah. Well, no, he has a qualifying offer, I believe, going
Oh,
into next season.
something just popped up.
So let's how do I clear it?
The trash can, I think.
Yeah,
Or is that going to delete the whole team?
delete the whole team, but we just
Okay.
add it back in there. All right. Knicks, Jazz. Add one more. Add the Lakers. All right. So automatically, again, Donovan Mitchell, we know to the Knicks, right?
Yes, sir.
Russell Westbrook to the Jazz. Boom, right off top. We know that. So now let's think about this with what each team needs.
I mean,
And-
the Lakers just need to move Westbrook.
Basically, right? We just
That
give
they need defensive and shooting, and I don't know that they got. I mean, let's see what Beasley would do for them. I think he might be a little bit of a defender and shooter. Like he might be the closest thing that gives you both.
okay.
Yeah,
So Malik Beasley to the Lakers. Because who would be the Lakers starting five with this group right now? Just as it is here.
Without, I don't know. I
LeBron.
think none. I
mm,
think none starts over Beverly if he's
None.
healthy, if he could
No,
play.
I would say so. Kendrick Nunn, Anthony Davis, LeBron James. You need a shooter in there.
well, right now
Yeah.
it's Westbrook at the shooting guard,
Right. But we're saying, I mean, we're assuming that Westbrook isn't going to be in there.
which is why Evan Fournier has to go to the Lakers.
I mean, not necessarily.
I mean, you're gonna put Malik Beasley, and then, but then the thing is, well, where the next player is gonna go if you don't take Fournier over there? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, it's nice for the Jazz that they get rid of Beasley. It's nice for the Lakers that they get Beasley too. But Fournier got to
What
go.
if the Lakers want Rose?
They can have him. But wouldn't they want a shooter though?
They might want Fournier and Rose. I could see that.
Let's see how that looks.
But they just got Patrick Beverly to be at the backup point guard spot.
Oh yeah, and Rose doesn't want to start. I was thinking of Rose as a starter, but
What's
he don't want to start.
What's Nunn's salary?
5
5 million.
5.2.
Yeah, well, maybe you send him to the Jazz or to the Knicks.
To the Knicks, Kendrick Nunn to the
Maybe.
Knicks.
I don't know.
We don't need another undersized guy.
Maybe that's a little further down the line.
I mean, he would be coming off the bench. He would be backing up Jalen Brunson, of course.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying we have no height at the position at that point.
I mean, but even this year, it's going to be how tall is Quickly?
6'3", allegedly. 6'3". He looks like 6'1". That might be.
Nah, he's 6'3".
I was next to him. He's
Yeah.
He's 6'3".
That's not a Kentucky 6'3". That's a real 6'3".
Yeah, I think he's legitimately 6'3". Yeah.
Okay.
So where we at with it? We
I guess, all right. Let's do Fournier to the Lakers. I think that fits in with what fits in good with their team
to make it worth them getting involved in this deal.
Right.
To help the Knicks out.
Right, because now you look, they got 4 starters: Nunn, Fournier, Davis, and James. So I guess they're looking at they need a 3.
A shooter, small forward. Small forward.
Or
where's Anthony Davis playing? Is Anthony Davis?
They trying to convince him to play the 5, but throughout his career he frowned upon playing the 5. But I think this year he does it. So, but theoretically they would want. I think he wants somebody who could play the 5 so he could stay at the 4. I think the team wants him at the 5.
Right.
So, I mean, theoretically, they need a 5 or a 4, or a 5 or a 3.
Was that Hassan Whiteside? Is that what I saw down there?
They got
Hassan Whiteside.
Who's got Hassan? What, Utah?
Yeah.
He's an unrestricted.
Unrestricted, yeah.
Oh, well, sign him in free agency then. What we talking about?
But if they could pick up, somebody. They got Thomas Bryant. He's a what's the RS mean?
Where?
I'm not even sure.
RS where?
Look at it a little
right
bit.
next to each player's name. See RT for Patrick Beverly. Anybody in the chat knows what these are?
Let's see if we can find a
legend.
Yeah, something to tell us what it means. Yeah, I don't know.
RT. What does it say next to Brunson?
RS.
Recently signed.
Yeah, okay. Probably recently
traded.
RT Barrett.
Recently traded for Patrick Beverly.
No, you can see it right there. RT recently traded. See under there, recently traded. Okay.
So recently signed probably means you can't trade him.
Right. So okay, so Evan Fournier's with the Lakers. So they got 18 million incoming. And I guess he fits the timeline of Anthony Davis and LeBron James as well.
That's a good point. Good
and it's a 2-year deal. He's got an option.
right? And it's the same thing with them, right? Their deals, all three of their deals end in the same year. If LeBron James and Anthony Davis pick up their option, it ends the same year as Fournier, but Fournier's last year is a team option instead of a player option.
Right. Just like the Knicks are lined up with Brunson, Randall,
Right,
and Mitchell and Spider.
right. So that makes it work for the Lakers, right?
Okay. So far so good.
It kind of makes that work for the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't see them taking anybody else but Bogdanovich.
Now, the reason why that is smart because it's only a 1 year deal.
Right.
Now,
So
um,
who else do they
so
got on the
they
bench?
they they do need a small. They do need they do either need a center or either they could have LeBron playing that power forward and point forward,
And
or
then
they
have a
could be
three
bringing
out.
in a small forward.
Right. I mean, I don't see like who would we be sending them
I mean,
for that? And if they want a young player,
I hate to say it, but Jericho Sims.
mm,
But no, that's recently signed, so he can't be included.
good.
right,
As is Mitchell Robinson.
right. I see people, Walter White. They need Randall. Send them Randall. They don't want Randall.
They
They're
don't
not
want
taking
Randall.
Randall back.
The Lakers don't want Randall.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
neither does Utah. They don't want Randall either. I
Oof,
don't know if
oof,
it's
oof.
play related or if it's contract related, right? Because the Lakers in the next year, they've got like four people under contract. That includes Anthony Davis and LeBron James, right? And then, their contract goes another year after that or whatever, right? Where Randall would his contract would extend beyond Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So I don't, they may, I don't know. He would definitely be coming off the bench, you would think.
Yeah, I don't see nobody else but Bojan.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Now, I seen someone say, why would the Lakers want a center when they have three? But the thing is, okay, so they signed Thomas Bryant. Maybe they're looking at him to be a starter, right? But everybody else are cap holds. Dwight Howard, that's a cap hold. He might not be going back. And then if it depends on where they're using Anthony Davis might be being used at the power forward spot. He's listed here as a power forward. Not that doesn't mean that this is totally correct, but I mean, you might be right. Maybe it's only Bogdanovich.
So let's send him there. Let's move Fournier back and let's see if we can figure something else out.
So where's Fournier going?
Utah.
All right,
I
so we sent
mean,
here. Yeah,
and you know what? I don't see that. I don't see that being the case. To be honest, I gotta take because
me either.
again, he's not a guy that's gonna.
I mean,
You're
you
not
take
gonna bring him in and sit him. You know what I mean?
right.
And he's not a guy that's gonna not give his all. You know what I mean? Not try to win.
Yeah, yeah,
Not saying he's capable of taking over and winning games like that, but he's not gonna take the playoff either. He's not gonna not take that three when you to win a game potentially.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he's gonna win some of them games for you.
All right, all right, all right. Let's do this. Let's do this.
or what if Bogdanovich comes back to the Knicks and Walter White? I could take a joke very, very well, my friend. Trust me.
Okay. That's 50 million that they're sending out.
Who?
Utah.
So okay, so where are we sending Fournier?
I think he has to go to the Lakers too. I
Yeah,
think that's the only thing that makes sense.
I think that's the best. That's the best place to send him. because Utah probably isn't interested. I mean, they would have a team option in that last year, right? But as much as they can bring back short contracts, I think they'd want to. If you look at everybody, Walker Kessler is 4 years.
Yeah.
Everybody else, 1 year, 2 years,
Now,
right?
the only
So
thing about this deal, the only
Leandro,
thing about this,
3 years.
the only thing about this deal, Sim, if you scroll back up to the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if you scroll back up to the numbers, you see right now the Knicks still have 12 million to deliver in this deal.
Right, right. We're still gonna get some guys over there.
So now to you got to get rid of 12 million. This is why Obi and Cam maybe go to Utah, or it's Obi and IQ that have to go to Utah, and that still doesn't even hit you at 12 million. The Lakers numbers are good. The Utah numbers
But
are actually good too. What's that?
you could send Derrick Rose at 14.5.
To the Lakers.
Not to Utah.
You could send
No,
him.
yeah. Where are you gonna send them?
Now they buying out two guys.
That now you're talking Danny Age's game.
Because who's okay? They got Mike Conley. Westbrook is not playing for Utah. I don't think.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they want to get rid of. They want to move Conley to the Lakers
I was
and get
thinking
off
about
that.
Conley to
That's
the
the
Lakers.
that's bigger money. That's big. All right. Let's move Bojan back. Let's give him. Let's start with Conley to the Lakers.
Okay. Conley to the Lakers. Starting
And
point
that,
guard, you would think. Or maybe
yeah,
I don't know. He
absolutely.
might come off the bench after none, but he's more established. So
He'll finish
you
the
know.
games more likely.
So now
But
that's okay.
whatever.
Fournier. I mean
So now
LeBron.
they at
Um,
20, 30. They have 40 million.
40 million. Another guy's okay. I hate to do this to you, Tony, but a
We
guy that
moving
fits
Cam again,
perfectly
right?
in 47 million is Cam.
So is Obi.
Huh?
Oh
Right?
no.
Cam is 5.9, Obi is
All
5.3.
right. All right.
Like Cam fits it perfectly. Because
All
and
right.
they've it's been rumored that they have a lot of interest in Cam Reddish.
Yeah, that's the fact.
Probably be like, give us Cam. Okay. So that looks like a good deal, a good return for the Lakers. I don't know if this is an opt
Go.
out or anything like that for Mike Conley. Could be a straight 2 years, but everything coincides with LeBron James and Anthony
And
Davis.
they got a 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
That could potentially be the starting three of 1, 2, and 3
right.
with LeBron at the 4, AD at the 5.
Yeah,
I don't know if that moves the needle. It seemed like the last trade looks better for them, but um, let's see. And we still have to take in 7 million, and
we still got to take in. Yeah, we still got to do something.
And
Utah still needs to send out
I just looked up the
6 million.
contract. Conley's contract is guaranteed fully for those 2 years. No team option, no play option.
Okay,
Yeah, they definitely want to move him.
right. And it still coincides with LeBron and them because LeBron's they have the player option after the second year. So that third year is a player option for LeBron
Then,
and AD, right? So
then
Mike Conley's contract still lines up, and Evan Fournier's is a team option. So everything lines up.
so the Knicks probably still need to send one more player though to make it work.
The Knicks going to need to send out a player to make things work. Yeah. I mean, you look at
And
Utah still has 47, it's 6 million. Like The outgoing is 53, incoming is 47.
So they got to take back
You know,
6,
6. I mean,
and
this is where
we got to send
Obi
out 6.
probably
Obi goes, yeah.
Obi and
Now, now it's up.
yeah,
Now the numbers work.
now the numbers are there. Incoming 52, outgoing 53. Knicks incoming 30, outgoing 29. So the Knicks are the Knicks are taking in more money than they're sending out. So
That's
that
only that's
that's good.
negligible though. That 1 million is okay.
Right, right. I mean, but that that way the teams aren't looking and saying, "Oh, hold up, why are we letting them slide like that?" As a matter of fact, they're taking in less money. While the Knicks are getting the better player, they're taking in more money. So, it wouldn't look funny. They wouldn't look at him side eye like they was trying to get over.
I ain't gonna lie, the Jazz are in a good position because I feel like Clarkson can be moved individually, Beasley can be moved individually,
Good,
Bogdanovich can be moved individually. Like all those guys, they can get decent value for it,
right?
especially on a contending team.
Bogdanovich too.
Yeah,
Definitely a trade deadline possible.
Somebody said
Possible play.
move Deuce instead of Obi. They not,
The numbers don't add up.
numbers,
right.
numbers.
They're not. If anything,
I
they can Deuce with Obi. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm okay with both trades. I think I like this one
This one is a little better.
better.
This one is a
So
little better.
now for we kind of already did the picks, assuming that the picks are are more or less the same. Can we see what the trade tracker?
The wi- the win total and the win
Yeah, I
chain.
mean,
I think we gotta wait until we do the trades. Well, I mean, not the trades. I was gonna say the picks. Well, I mean, the picks ain't gonna
Yeah,
impact the win
yeah.
total.
It's not gonna impact the win total. So I think it will be successful.
I think it would be successful. Now I
We
see some
could.
people saying you're forgetting about the trade exceptions or whatever. The Knicks don't have a trade exception.
they have 6 trade exceptions.
Jazz
Yeah,
have 6 trade exceptions.
I mean, so basically they could send like the $1 million that we over. They can send one of those to us
Right.
to
The
kind of
Lakers,
balance out the money.
the Lakers have 2. Right.
Hmm. I wonder if that could help us grab somebody else.
I mean,
Or we don't have them, so
right. If we were sent one, we would want
we
the one that expires in January and any that expire in 2023, right? Because
yeah.
Mark Gasol that expired. That expired.
Yeah, it sure did yesterday.
That joint expired. Uh, Patrick Beverly expires in 2023. Rudy Gobert, then I mean that's a big one. Expires in 2023. All of these expire in 2023. So it is
So like
possible that they could
if we
send
still have to send a young player, we could take one of those exceptions back.
right if it or something. Right. So you want to do this without the
So
pri-
all they getting again is Westbrook. Oh,
not
Obi. They got the
Westbrook.
young guy.
We got Westbrook
Okay.
and Obi.
I mean, yeah, we could try it. I
I don't
think
see I don't see LeBron letting this guy go.
Letting who
who's
go?
that?
Thornton.
They already
He
did.
done.
That's a done trade. That trade happened already.
Yeah, we ain't just do that. He on the roster.
I
Yeah,
missed that one.
Yeah,
trade happened. You know what the
for
crazy
Patrick
thing is?
Beverly.
You, you know what the crazy thing is with Utah? If they actually played Russell Westbrook, they probably could be competitive with this team.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like, So they have to buy him out, or like you said, send him home,
Yeah.
because he's gonna be motivated.
Yep.
Like we've seen what he does with uh I'll say a team that isn't expected to do well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's when he's at his best, underdog.
Right.
Or I should say, with no pressure,
Right.
because
And, and look, New Yorker said Deuce works instead of Obi money wise. I mean, it might work. It's, the trade would probably still go through, but
they want
they not
value too.
take Deuce instead of Obi.
They'll probably take Deuce and Obi.
Yeah, they're not gonna take him instead of Obi. The three young guys that one of the three young guys that's most likely gonna go. Well, obviously, okay, two of the four young guys is likely gonna go. Cam, Obi, Quickly, and Grimes. Two of those guys probably going. And in this trade, you got Obi going to the Jazz and Cam going to the Lakers.
Yeah,
And then, right,
yeah. It's got to be. You can't think that you know. First of all, Cam's contract is a good throw in, and you got to throw in Obi and or Grimes and Quickly.
right,
And Fournier has the salary numbers to be included. And, if you're not dealing Fournier, you're dealing Randall. Those are the only two, guys with numbers that you're going to be able to really deal. I guess Rose is a possibility, but it don't sound realistic to me.
right. So now when you look at this here, we know the Knicks starting five: Randall, Brunson, Mitchell, RJ, and Mitchell Robinson. And off the bench, it's Quickly, Grimes, Rose, Hartenstein, and I guess Hartenstein at power forward and Jericho Sims at the center spot, unless you sign Carmelo.
Yeah, Carmelo's a done deal.
Right?
Or Luca surprises, and he's in there as a backup power forward.
But isn't he?
I thought they let him go.
He's on. Yeah. He. It says two way, but fair. He's gone. Luca's gone.
Yeah,
That
he's
number
gone.
needs to be updated because it's Trevor Keels and Farron Hunt.
Yeah, Luca's gone.
Yeah, Trevor Keels and Farron Hunt. Those two guys are on the two-way contracts. So Luca's gone.
Uh, I think the Jazz still want another young guy, but I think we could do it. I think we
Right.
could do it.
Right. I think you could do it. So if you now, and we're gonna come back to the picks. All right, we're gonna come back to the picks. But if you just to look at the win totals, okay, it's got the Knicks plus 2 wins,
Jazz -8,
Jazz
and the
-8,
Lakers
Lakers
+5.
+5.
Mm.
That sounds right. Jazz, you got your run for the number one pick, which might be my extended family, Scoot Henderson. It might be the other dude, Victor, but I'm rooting for my guy Scoot for the number one pick. So Jazz is competing for the number one pick, losing 8 less games. And
They
Lakers,
wrong. We winning more than 2 more games.
hey,
Unless they already factored in that Brunson's gonna win us 7 more games, and
Right.
then they like, all right, and
All
then
right.
and then Donovan
Yeah.
win you
Yeah.
two
Right.
more.
Right. Because they're not showing the what they are expecting
Projected.
you
Yeah,
projected wins, right? So I guess they're assuming this is based on last season.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just record, strictly record. They saying.
right. So so based on that, what would you do with the picks?
I mean, I think the Knicks are trying to stay at 2 unprotected. So I don't see how you involve the Lakers, get two more picks, you
Right.
know, for Utah, and then still add
Right.
unprotected to your original deal.
Right. So they would want they would want you would think they would want a Knicks 2023, right? Because the first year
Yeah.
for a while, the first year might be the worst year, right?
Trying to build the chemistry, try to figure things
Yeah.
out.
You know what I'm saying? So the first year might be the worst year.
Yeah.
And with with G League players coming into the draft this year though, you know,
Hmm.
not bad.
And then the Knicks giving them a 2025,
Yeah.
right?
3-5 and then 7-9 from the Lakers.
But
And I think those protected picks are still on the table for the Jazz too.
Right.
So it might, you know what I mean? It's probably gonna be two of the unprotected. I mean, two of the protected, and then two of the unprotected.
Hmm.
And I'm with Shuttle. I'm only giving the Lakers second round picks if we even gotta do it.
Okay. So we're giving them a 2023, 2025, and that's it.
Um, maybe one of the 23 protected,
Yeah. They probably want
and
those. Give them they probably want the Washington 2023 protected. They probably want the Washington.
yeah, the Washington pick is like the least. It's
That
looking the least, the least profitable
right.
for the Knicks.
I want to
Unlike
hold on to that Milwaukee one.
I mean,
So
the
whatever other pick they want,
Washington one could convey, I think, though. I think it's top 14 protected. So there's a possibility that you could actually get that Washington pick, which is why I think the Utah Jazz would be like, okay, give us the Washington pick instead of the Detroit pick, because the Detroit pick is top
top
18.
18. Yeah.
There's a chance that thing doesn't convey.
well, then yeah, I don't want to give them the least profitable pick, so that would be the Detroit pick.
You know, um, see, I would try to cut it in half just for bargaining purposes, right?
Yeah, because
I'm
I'm
not
not
trying
giving
to
up
give it.
Milwaukee.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Dallas pick, that's probably going to convey. So you probably want to keep that.
Right.
Yeah, give them that 50-50 chance, right? Like, yo, 50-50 chance you get 15 or better,
Yeah, you know
or
what I mean?
15 or later.
So they get the Washington pick. Uh, Still you got to ask, man, what the Knicks? Well, okay, the Knicks. What? Right, since you're giving them that 2023, you're giving them your 2023 pick. You definitely don't want to give up the Dallas pick.
Yeah, and I'm not giving up that Milwaukee.
Any chance they would take the 24 pick instead of the 23? You give them the 2024 and 2026.
That's what I've been saying. I've been hoping that we could give them the 24, even though it leaves us with no first round pick that year. I think the way our front office moves and maneuvers, if we have two first round picks that convey next year, whether it's our own and then one of these protected ones,
Hmm.
then our front office is going to be able to do something with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we have two first round picks in one year, better believe that our front office is making some type of maneuver, whether
Right.
it's moving up, whether it's moving down and acquiring some more picks. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna do something. So I I like the idea of giving a protected pick in 2023 because we have two of them,
Hmm.
and we'll still end up with two picks that year. And then we bite the bullet in 24. The thing about it is we're also biting the bullet in 26 now.
Right. In 2 years,
We
so we don't have those extra picks.
that we don't have the extra
Now,
picks, but
So that's why
when
I guess it makes sense to do the 23s
and
because
also too though, something to consider. If we could look at Utah's picks, because they've got, not even including the Knicks, they've got their own 23 next year, which is going to be a top 5 pick most likely. They also have Minnesota's first round pick, which is, let's just call it a late teens, early 20.
right?
And they've got another 23. So truthfully, they really don't necessarily need the Knicks 23 pick.
Right.
But if they want to package, if they want one of those guys, and they want to package 2 or 3 picks, let's say they get
Well,
five, the fifth pick. Now they can package 5, 20, and what you know what I mean. They can package all these 23 picks and maybe move to top three.
right.
And then the only thing too is that if we're sending 25 to the Lakers, then you can't send 24 to Utah.
Well, it depends on what you're sending. If you're sending one that's not yours, then you can send 24 to Utah.
Right.
Right. So if you send like that Milwaukee to the
Oof.
Lakers, then you
That's
then
not, that's
24.
25 though.
And that's gonna convey.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying if you send that Milwaukee pick that's
You
25, then you can send your your
you can,
24 to Utah
or your 26,
or your
or
26 because
your own 25 as well.
right,
Gives you more maneuverability.
right. So do you think I guess the scary thing about if we don't give up the 23 first round pick, if we don't give up that pick and you keep it, now do you even have room to take back the Dallas's pick and your pick?
On the roster,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that because again, our front office, they know how to maneuver. So if you telling me we've seen it already. They had 2 picks in the draft. So I wouldn't expect those guys to be drafted and brought in. I would expect them to kind of maneuver
Right.
those picks, combine them, flip them. Maybe let's say we gave up 24. Maybe we combine the 2 23s that we have into one and
Yeah.
one. So
And
now we have a
you know
23 and a
how else
24.
it could help. Obviously, it's going to depend on if someone's available, but you can't if you trade the 24 pick, you can't trade your 23 pick, but
You can trade the player.
you can trade the player after the draft, right? So you can draft the player and then put together a trade pack. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about doing that with the 24 pick, you got to wait a whole year. This would come right at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you could say, okay, we need to do this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna draft this guy through the Dallas pick. We're drafting this guy through our own pick, and we'll give you both of these guys for this dude. You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
So you
Yep.
could do that if you trade the 24 first round pick.
That's why I prefer 24. I'll bite the bullet one year not having a first round pick. How many second round picks we have that
Got a
year?
lot of second round picks.
There you go. I'll bite the bullet that year. We may be able to package three second rounders and end up moving into the late
Yeah,
first.
the Knicks got
So
1, 2. They got 3 second rounders in the
so
first.
so
Yeah,
yeah, I give up the 2024 and bank on one us being good after a full year of chemistry and what I mean, figuring out things. We're gonna be good. I don't care what pick that is. It's gonna be in the mid 20s, late 20s, hopefully,
mhm,
right? So yeah, and then it leaves you with that flexibility this year. You come into this year, we got Mitchell, whether it goes great, whether it goes good, whether it goes bad, you know what you need. You
right.
know what you need moving forward, and you could work on that immediately with that flexibility of having potentially 2 first round picks.
And if this is supposed to be a good draft, that makes your first round pick a little more valuable, but also Utah might think of it as being valuable too.
That's true. That's true.
Strong draft this year.
Yeah.
But you probably don't
That's
want
true.
to draft 4 rookies though.
Nah. Right. You're not gonna
Not
draft
us. Utah might.
Utah's gonna
Utah might. They might say, "Hey, this is our future right here."
right.
In 2023, we're gonna be nice in 2027,
Right.
2029, where we get that Laker pick.
So if you kept this one, and then you gave him the 2024 first round pick. Right? You gave him the 2024. You can't give him the 2025, so you give him the 2026. I'm saying that's far enough away where, you know what I mean? You might not even think about it. So you got your 23 first round pick, and you got one through Dallas, and you got one through Detroit, which probably won't convey, but you can make some moves with these picks here. And then this right here, since it won't convey, will slide over to 2024. The Detroit 2023. I don't know how long it continues to slide
I
to the
think
next year before it turns to second round picks. But I think it goes like maybe 24 and 25. It'll slide to you'll keep it in the first round, and then if it doesn't convey in 25,
one of our protected picks is 4 years. It's like top 18 protected, top 20 protected, top
yeah,
24 protected,
right,
and then I'm like, geez.
right. Okay, so we gave up the 24 and we gave up the 26.
Shoot, and we could potentially give up Milwaukee's 25, and now you got three first round picks in a row for you know what I mean, as an enticer. You already got mad 23s, but now you get an extra one in 24, extra one in 25, extra one in 26.
We giving that to the Jazz,
I mean, if we had to go three,
right? If we had to go three, and then but that's not even ours. So
yeah, that's what I mean. We could do it 3 years in a row now because 4 would be ours, 5 wouldn't, 6 would be ours.
right,
But now we're doing 2 years with no pick at all. But I mean,
20,
I
20,
expect this to be good.
24 and 26 are no picks at all.
hmm And 24, we got all the second rounders, so
Yeah,
we could potentially move that up, get
and
the
this gives
30th
you a
pick.
chance. This gives you a chance in 2023 to add a young talent, right? And then hopefully by 2024, you're good enough to where, all right, that pick would have been, in the 20s. We're not as worried about it. We still got a bunch of second round picks that could be good players. And then you'll
Or
have your pick in 25, 26. Hopefully you would be good. So you wouldn't have your pick in 26. I don't
or
even
if
second round pick in 26.
damn. Even with the 220 23s, we giving one up. If we have two, again, we could potentially move that to move down. Let's say we got 25. We could potentially move down to 30 and then pick up a 20 a
Right.
2024.
So now what about the Lakers and their picks? Anything going to the Lakers? Oh, hold up. The Lakers are
25,
sending picks.
27, 29.
Now look, yeah, the Lakers are sending picks to the Utah Jazz, so they may not need this Milwaukee pick in 2025. Maybe this can go to the Lakers, right? Maybe the Milwaukee pick can go to the Lakers because they're sending their round one 2025 to the Jazz. Oh no, they're sent. No, wait a minute.
7 and 9.
27 and 29, right? But still, maybe it can go to the Lakers just to help them. Maybe it goes to the Lakers. That Milwaukee one, and then so they're
Yo,
sending 27 and 29.
so so we're
And
talking about. So we're
Utah,
back to just. I just want to be sure I got this clear for Utah. Can you scroll up a little bit?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So that's Washington. So that's a protected. That's one protected. One protected to Utah, one unprotected to Utah, another unprotected to Utah, and then is that another protected to Utah in the future or no?
no, that's
Okay.
that's
Okay.
one going to the Lakers. We sent one to the
Okay. So
Lakers
okay.
from
So
the one
one.
that we got from Milwaukee,
Okay. So two unprotected and two protected.
basically. Yeah,
So why couldn't we do that deal straight up with Utah?
because Utah is now getting. 2 unprotecteds from the
The
Lakers
Lakers.
because it's a 3-team deal. So now the Jazz actually end up getting 1, 2, 3, 4 unprotecteds and 1 protected.
All right. So we including the Lakers because it's sweetening the pot for Utah.
Sweet is the
Yeah.
pot for Utah. Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Helping them to get their
There are 4
pick.
unprotected that
Right.
we
Help.
refuse to give
And
that we refuse to give them.
yeah,
Exactly.
and we're giving the Lakers a protected, which we was gonna give, we was willing to give to Utah anyway. You know what I mean? So it kind of sweetens the deal for them. You losing 2 protectors down the line. I mean, 2 picks down the line, but here's a protected pick that will most likely convey.
Right. Exactly.
And it's only top 4. So you know what I mean? Even
Yeah,
if
top
even
4
if they
protected from Milwaukee.
even if they slide significantly, they would have to tank to still get, you know what I mean? Like, even if
Yeah.
Giannis is out, I think the Bucks could win 40 games, 37 games, you know what I mean? Like, and get that could be a 14 pick.
Right.
So I think that definitely entices the Lakers. Would you say eases their pain of giving up the two unprotected?
Mm-hmm.
They get shooting.
So
They get a young guy in Cam.
Yeah. Lakers are making out like a bandit in this deal.
They are.
I mean,
They are.
I think the Lakers make out either way because they don't have any use for Russell Westbrook. So if they can get back,
It's a win-win.
yeah, it's
They're
hard.
getting rid of Westbrook. They're getting a better player in Fournier right now, a better young player, and they're giving up 2 picks, but they're getting 1 back. So, they're giving up 1 pick and they're getting better players in return and getting rid of Westbrook
I can see Cam Reddish going to the Lakers
and
and
blowing up.
having I won't even say blowing up, but having a oh man, what's the dude's name from the Warriors?
Andrew
Um
Wiggins, a rebirth, a
Andrew
rebirth.
Wiggins type performance in the finals or in the playoffs, where it was like, oh, he just needed some
Real
stars
players
around him.
around him.
You know?
Word. I mean, because when you're surrounded by average and below average, I mean, if you're not a super duper star yourself, but you put a guy like Wiggins around Curry, yeah, he knows how to play with a star. Same thing with Ken. You put him with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I mean, there's no pressure. He probably doesn't even start. He comes off the bench. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
Hey Falcon, I want Cam to stay too, bro. I do, but
The
I
only thing
can't.
is, you
It's no
know,
showstopper.
yeah, you know Cam is not starting along with RJ. You know that's not happening. All he is RJ's son on his team. So you can't keep Cam to be RJ's son. Fam, you gotta stop. I like Cam too. I like Cam coming out better than RJ. You know what I'm saying? And if you
So
would
did I.
if you would have said to me, yo, who would you rather, Cam or RJ coming out of college? I would have said Cam. But right now, Cam is RJ's son. It's his son on this team. Get the donuts, fam. Get the donuts. That's what Cam is doing. He's gonna get 10, 12 minutes a game as RJ's
Shudder,
son. So
why you trying to hurt me, bro?
no,
Like I
it's
don't be out here talking about Grimes this, Grimes that, you know.
because there's nothing
I
you can
got.
say. There's nothing you can say.
I
Grimes
mean,
came in his first season and got busy. If he didn't get hurt,
listen.
because Grimes is a coach favorite.
There's some things I can say, but I am not a divide guy, so I'm not
Oh
gonna do that.
no! Hold on. I like him. I like him. That's why I feel like it's fair commentary because I already said I would have took Cam over RJ in the draft because I actually think Cam's skill set he offers more from a skill set perspective than RJ does. I feel like RJ has no moves. He doesn't really have a good dribble, but somehow, some way, RJ is who RJ is, and RJ is going to be starting getting 32, 34 minutes a game. So, I mean, that's not me. I didn't make that up. RJ's earned the minutes he's getting. Cam's been hurt a lot. He's shot very poor with the minutes he had. So to me, he's been a disappointment.
As a Nick,
No,
as a Nick, okay,
he barely
because
played as a Nick.
that's what I don't get. Like one, if we're gonna judge him off the small time we seen him on the Knicks, or let's put everything in context. If you're gonna look at his career, you know what I mean? Like he's had some injuries. That's been the thing. I don't know if he's been like an underperformer, or you know what I mean. Like he hasn't lived up. It's been injuries.
His field goal percentage has been poor.
But we talk about RJ's son.
I'm just saying, figuratively speaking, on this team, he can't start. He can't start. So he's going to be relegated. He's going to be relegated to playing the minutes that RJ can't play.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So, it's tongue in cheek. You know what I'm saying? It's tongue in cheek, but but he's only gonna be able to get the minutes that RJ don't play. He's getting his crumbs.
You're right, bro. I
Where
don't know. I get a little emotional sometimes when we talk about
whereas
my guy.
since you brought up my man Money Grimes, whereas Money Grimes was taking minutes away from the player in front of him, forcing him to be getting more minutes. He was on the verge of being at a 50-50 split with Fournier last year.
I mean, he took advantage of his opportunity when it came, and I can't knock him on that. But
And before the Mitchell trade was on the table, I was excited with the idea of Cam coming in, being a 6-man, and getting busy in the second unit. But as we're talking about a deal happening, I mean, we know he has to be pretty much included in any Spider deal.
wait, White Falcon 44. What did McGrady say about Cam? I'm gonna have to look that up. New Yorker said RJ and Cam are not buds. Shout out to the chat, yo. Appreciate you guys joining me.
Yo, if you in
It's
the chat and you ain't subscribed yet, what you waiting for? We trying to hit a stat before the end of this week. Let's go.
No doubt.
that would be great by the end of the week.
At 1K by the end of the week.
This is
that would
1K
be great.
1K a bus.
And like I'm not even I'll announce the giveaway when I hit 1K, but let be known there's a giveaway coming once I hit my 1,000 subscriber, and then there's some upgrades coming as well. So we almost there. Appreciate you guys. Sim,
Yeah.
appreciate the plug earlier. You
No
know,
doubt.
got a nice influx. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys. Savvy D, long time, man. I see you in the building. I'll have phone lines soon too, so you can call up as well.
Yeah. Let me ask one question before we. Any way that the Knicks, even though they're giving up picks, take back a pick swap or a couple of second round picks in some other years or something like that.
Maybe a 26 since they don't have any. Maybe
Yeah.
a 26 second round from the Lakers.
Yeah. See, I could see something like that.
And your man capologist, he's all over moves like that.
Right.
He might get a second from Utah and a second from the Lakers in 26.
Because we've seen them we've seen them make some moves and then turn out like, dang, they got all these picks back.
And he came from there too.
And he,
he,
you know,
he know where all the little secret cupboards are. Like
for
yo,
real, yeah, for real, yeah,
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Man, shout out to this front office though. I really don't think they get enough props as they deserve, and I believe they get more criticism than they deserve,
mhm,
and a lot of it is due to past regimes that they had nothing to do with, and it's hard for a lot of fans to separate, you know, past ownership, or excuse me, not past ownership, Josh, past past front office and their mistakes, and how good this we haven't seen this from a front office in the Knicks.
right.
We really haven't.
And that's true.
Like we might have seen it had Pat Riley got his opportunity, but yeah, we haven't seen it, and I think we should appreciate it. But any last words, Sim?
No, man, nah.
W-
This was
w-
a
w-
dope show.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying it was a dope show, fun show, man.
Um, Wednesday, we on the road. We'll give you guys some input on what we've been up to, what's going on. DJ Shutter, you got anything coming up?
Uh, Knicks vibes on the way. After I'm putting in my panel hours, but you guys stand by. Knicks vibes only on the way. Stay tuned for that. Podfather, you are publicly on notice. I'll be looking for your support and assistance behind the scenes with that.
Trust me, I got. Look. He did what Kenny Payne did to James Dolan.
Yeah. You put them out there. Put it out there. Put it out there. You heard?
Nah,
He said, I need your blessing and your
And your
blessings.
blessings.
Blessings or whatever.
Blessings and the
Oh,
blessings. So but Knicks vibes only podcast on the way. We be catching y'all closer to the start of the season. And Rock Marciano mixtape on deck out now.
Yeah,
Getting a lot of good feedback on that. Sim, you heard that yet?
yeah, I
Oh
have.
yeah?
I
Okay.
have.
What you
Now,
think? What's the word?
this is the thing. I'm not a crazy Rock Marciano fan, but it's dope. I listen to it just because you put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as you should.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what I really wanted to display is the A&R ear, the perspective of putting, music together. And if you listen to it, you see I made it like a movie with
Hmm.
the clips and the interviews and all those type of things, different than you would get if you just listened to a album or a playlist.
Right.
This Saturday, Corner Social, Harlem, Day Brunch, 12 to 5. It's going all the way up. Labor Day weekend. Why not? If you're in Harlem, you're in Brooklyn, New York City, Jersey, upstate New York, come on down, Tone. Let's go.
listen. I'm a link with you soon. I'm gonna link with you soon. I
There
got
we
a I got
go.
another trip to the city where I'll be down for a couple days. So maybe we'll do something live in person.
There we go. It's lit all the way up.
That's for sure. Yeah, can't wait till the podcast comes out. Definitely be on there as much as possible. Same support you show me, I'm a reciprocate, and I'm looking forward to the new merch. I got the Knicks Vibe Only shirt, but
Oh
I
yeah.
need I need it all aboard. I
Oh,
definitely need it all aboard.
oh.
Catchphrase only. That you know.
Absolutely. You got we already got Yo Blackest Tom on the website, nothing but Knicks. Also, I'm out in the city this past week hosting an event with High 97 and Power 105. I got my nothing but Knicks shirt on. They called me in a couple of pictures. You know what I'm saying? They had me out there, Sim. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's up.
Me and Shiny Culture picture when semi-viral out there.
Yeah. And you know what? I seen it on Instagram. but I was in the middle of doing my family reunion stuff,
Right.
and I was gonna respond. I was gonna respond to you, but then I got caught up doing a whole bunch of stuff and I forgot.
Yeah, but we out there. Nothing but Knicks.com. Get your merch, you heard?
Yeah, man.
Walter White is asking for your Twitter, DJ Shuttle. Rayology, I want to give a shout out to you. Hope all is well.
Yeah, everything.
Ashley Inc. 1.
Mhm.
Salute. Punisher BX. All the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys for real.
Everything DJ Shuttle NYC.
There it is.
There it is.
And yeah, we out of here. It's a great show. Appreciate you guys for joining. Sim,
All
appreciate the behind the scenes, work. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this little meet and greet or whatever it ends up being. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna check in with y'all from there.
That's for sure. But yeah,
Wednesday. In the words of my man, can't wait.
and Your Black is Time. We out.